Good morning, all of you. Today I will start with rules for formation of image in spherical lenses. Now, rules for formation of image in concave lens first. What happens when a ray of light parallel to the principal axis fall on the convex lens? See here, a ray of light parallel to the principal axis when fall on the convex lens, refraction will take place. Convex lens is converging lens. It will converge the light and the light will pass through focus. So what happened when a ray of light parallel to the principal axis when fall on the convex lens? After refraction, it will pass through focus. Second, if a ray of light passes through focus of a convex lens, after refraction, it will become parallel to principal axis. Now, third rule is, if a ray of light passing through the optical center of convex lens, after refraction, it will pass through it along the same path. Now, rules for formation of image in the concave lens. What happens when a ray of light parallel to the principal axis fall on the concave lens? After refraction, it will get diverge, and the diverged ray appears to be passing through focus. So this is the first rule. Now come to the second rule. A ray of light appears to pass through the focus of concave lens. What happened to this ray? After refraction, it will become parallel to principal axis. And the third one, if a ray of light passes through optical center of concave lens, after refraction, it will pass through it along the same straight path. Now, I'm going to repeat it again. In case of convex lens, if a ray of light is parallel to principal axis when incident on the convex lens after refraction, it will pass through focus. Second, if a ray of light passes through the focus of convex lens after refraction, it will become parallel to principal axis. And the third one, if a ray of light passing through the optical center of convex lens after refraction, it will pass through it without change in the path. Now come to concave lens. If a ray of light appears to pass through, this is the second rule, appears to pass through the focus of concave lens after refraction, it will become parallel to principal axis. First one is, if a ray of light parallel to principal axis when fall on the concave lens, after refraction, what happened? It will get diverged, and the diverged ray appears to be passing through focus. Third rule is, if a ray of light passing through focus of optical center of concave lens, after refraction, it will follow the same straight path without change in the direction. Now, image formation in convex lens. First case, when the object is at infinity. This is a convex lens. Let O is the optical center, F is the focus, which is at equal distance on both the sides, and 2F is the center of curvature, or you can take just double of the focal length. This is 2F on the other side. When the object is at infinity, the rays coming to the lens will be all parallel and parallel to each other as well as parallel to the principal axis. So what happened to this ray? After refraction, it will pass through focus. This is also parallel to principal axis. So this will also pass through focus. Now, at focus, both the refracted ray actually meet. So this is the place where the image is obtained. The image obtained is, it is real, it is inverted, highly diminished or point size, and it is obtained at focus. I'm repeating again, if the object is at infinity, the rays coming to the lens will be all parallel to each other and parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, both the rays, refracted ray, pass through the focus. So at focus, the two refracted ray meet. The image obtained is real, inverted, highly diminished, and it is obtained at focus. Now come to second case, when the object is beyond C, or you can say when the object is beyond 2f. Let AB is an object. So the ray of light parallel to the principal axis when fall on the convex lens, what happened after reflection? It will get converged and will pass through focus. Second ray, let the ray pass through the optical center, so it will pass straight away. The two refracted ray meets in between f and 2f. Nature of image obtained is real. As it is real, so it will be inverted. It is small in size, and where it is formed between f and 2f. Come to next case, when the object is at 2f. When the object is at 2f, see the diagram. AB is an object, a ray of light parallel to the principal axis when fall on the convex lens. After reflection, it will pass through focus. Second ray we can take through optical center. It will pass through it without changing the path. It will pass straight away. The two refracted ray meets at 2f but on the other side. Nature of image obtained is real, inverted, same in size, and where it is obtained at 2f on the other side of the lens. Next case, when the object is between f and 2f. Let AB is an object, a ray of light parallel to the principal axis when fall on the convex lens. After reflection, the ray will pass through focus. Another ray we can take which is passing through optical center. So this ray will pass through it without change in the path, and the two refracted ray meets where? Beyond 2f. So the nature of image obtained is real, inverted, it is magnified and formed beyond 2f on the other side of the lens. Next case, when the object is at f. When the object is at f, let AB is an object, a ray of light parallel to the principal axis when fall on the convex lens. After reflection, it will pass through. This is parallel to principal axis. See, this is wrong diagram. It will pass through focus. Allow it to pass through focus. This is wrong diagram. Make correction here. This ray will pass through focus. And other ray you can take which is passing through optical center. The two ray will become parallel, and according you know that parallel rays will go to infinity. So the image obtained will be real, inverted, it is highly magnified and formed at focus, infinity. You just keep it in mind. Here a ray of light is parallel to principal axis. So after reflection it will pass through focus. Second, through optical center, and keep it in mind, distance between O and F on both the sides should be equal, and distance between O and 2F will be same on both the sides. Nature of image obtained is real, inverted, highly magnified, and it is obtained at infinity. Last case, the most important case, when the object is between F and O. Let AB is an object between F and O, a ray of light parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, it will pass through focus. Second ray, just take, which is passing through optical center. Now this two ray, this also you draw it properly. This two refracted ray will move away from each other. When you move the refracted ray back, since it is moving from each other, they will never meet. So move the refracted ray at the back. Where the two rays meet, there the image is obtained. So see here, the image obtained is virtual, it is erect, highly magnified, and it is obtained in front of the object, or you can say on the same side of the object. I am repeating again, only in this case, when the object is between F and O, the image obtained is virtual, erect, highly magnified, and it is formed on the same side of the object. Now come to image formation in the concave lens. First case, only two cases are here, when the object is at infinity, and second, when the object is at finite distance. So when the object is at infinity, The rays coming to the lens will be all parallel to each other as well as parallel to principal axis. What happened to this ray? After refraction, they get diverged, and the diverged ray appears to be passing through focus. So image obtained, where the image will be obtained? It is at focus, right? This focus. And image is virtual, erect, highly diminished, obtained at focus on the same side of the object. Last case, that is when the object is at finite distance or between infinity and the optical center. Let AB is an object, a ray of light parallel to the principal axis. When fall on the concave lens, it get diverged, but the diverged ray appears to be passing through focus. Second, you make this line straight, not with the dotted one. Make it straight. Dotted line will be from this side, from here to here. Now another ray which is passing through optical center, it will pass through it. The two refracted ray, this two ray will meet here between F and O. So nature of image obtained is virtual, erect, small in size, and it is formed between F and O on the same side of the object. Between F and O on the same side of object. Now sign convention for spherical lenses. It is same as that of mirror, only the difference is that in place of pole, you write down optical center. So all distances are measured from the optical center of the spherical lens. Second, distance measured in the direction of light is taken as positive. Third, distance measured in the direction opposite to that of light is taken as negative. Fourth one, distance measured above the principal axis is taken as positive, and the distance measured below the principal axis is taken as negative. I am repeating all the point. All the distances are measured from the optical center. Distance measured in the direction of light is taken as positive. Distance measured in the direction opposite to that of light is taken as negative. Distance measured above the principal axis is taken as positive, and distance measured below the principal axis is taken as negative. Now apply it in convex lens first and then concave lens. In the convex lens, we know both type of images obtained. When the image obtained is real, any diagram you can select out of 5. Suppose I have taken this diagram. Now see what will be U. Since the object is on the left side of the lens and the light is moving toward right, so U will be always here negative. Since we are measuring the distance from optical center to the object, so it will be negative. And where the image is obtained, it is always on the right side. Real image is all obtained on the right side in case of convex lens, so we will be positive. What about the focal length? We are choosing this focus which is on the right side, so focal length will be positive. And what about the magnification? Since the image is obtained below the principal axis, real image is always obtained below the principal axis, so magnification will be negative by positive. Size of image is negative and size of object is positive, so it will be magnification is negative. Now what happened in case of convex lens when the image obtained is virtual? See this diagram. Here the object is kept to the left side while the light is moving toward right. We are measuring the distance from optical center to the object, so U will be negative. Where the image is obtained, it is also on the same side of the object, so V will also be negative. What about the focal length? Focus is to the right of the lens, so it will be positive. And what about the magnification? Since both image and the object is obtained above the principal axis, so magnification will be positive. Now come to concave lens. In case of concave lens, apply sign convention. So take any diagram, you will find that the object is kept to the left of the lens and the light is moving toward the right. Since we are measuring the distance from optical center to the object, U will be negative. Where the image is obtained in between F and O and in the same side of the object, so V will also be negative. And focal length, which focus we have chosen, which is on the same side of object, so F will also be negative. What about the magnification? Since the image obtained is virtual and erect, both image and the object both are above the principal axis, so magnification will be positive. Now, what is lens formula? Relation between object distance, image distance, focal length of spherical lens is known as lens formula, and it is equals to 1 by v minus 1 by u equals to 1 by f, where u is the object distance, v is the image distance, and f is the focal length. What is magnification? Magnification is actually ratio of height of image to that of height of object. This magnification is numerically equal to m equals to height of image by height of object. It is equal to v by u. Keep it in mind, in the lens formula we are having negative and 1 by v minus 1 by u. And in the magnification formula, it will be positive v by u. Now come to power of the lens. What is power of the lens? Power is defined as ability of the lens to converge or diverge ray of light falling on it. It is also defined as the reciprocal of focal length when expressed in meter. So power equals to 1 by f, reciprocal of focal length. And when it is in meter. If it is in centimeter, then power equals to 100 by f in centimeter. SI unit of power is diopter. Now, how we will define one diopter? One diopter is actually power of a lens whose focal length is 1 meter. Then power of combination of lens. Suppose there are number of lenses having power P1, P2, P3, right? Then power of the combination of the lens which are kept in contact with one another will be algebraic sum of the power of individual lenses. So P equals to P1 plus P2 plus P3. Keep on adding. It is algebraic sum of power of all the lenses which are in contact. Now, next day I will start with numerical based on lens formula, magnification and power. Thank you. Have a nice day.